It has been weeks since I filmed anything, like, at all, of any substance, working on anything. We got some sunshine today. Should still definitely be pulling the radiator and gas tank out of this truck. But I just don't want to. So, I think we're going to do something I do want to do today, which is, we're going to at least start to like a tap. Start to build an exhaust for the Corolla. Because, well, it's loud. And I want it to be a little quieter. So, let's move this thing. Oh no! Just kidding. The bed is absolutely full. I mean, like, full of water from all the rain we've had. So we'll be a little careful moving that thing around so we don't soak the driveway. Anyway, I haven't touched, moved, started, nothing. The Corolla in 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks, I don't know. Whenever that last drift event. Pulled her off the trailer, put her here, haven't touched it. So, who even knows if it's going to start? Yeah. Might end up using that thing to start this thing. Should really get a jump box. As much as I mess with all these turds, I don't have a jump box. I barely have jumper cables. So, Sadford. Should be some, Is this the good one or the bad one? It's the one. It's the one we have. All right. Insurance finally came out and looked at this thing, though, so they are prepared to write me a check for it. Still can't buy another one, but, you know, a little stronger. Like an extremely loud top. So, get these things shuffled around, get the truck over here in purgatory where it can sit, and I can pull the tank and radiator out of it, and then being immobile, it won't matter because, well, it's not blocking anything. So, move this, move that, boom, bang, bang, jack this thing up, the exhaust will be super hot, and then I'll have to pull it off. So, a while back, got a ton of exhaust pipe from the Summit Racing Scratch and Dent section. It's, this poor van, man. Just storage, drive it with the trailer. Anyway, so, kind of buried back here, but we've got at least enough to do the exhaust on the Corolla, if not 2 Corollas. So, get this stuff up to where we're working, see if we can't lay something out that'll work. That'd be cool. So, here's what we got. I did not, however, buy a muffler. Because, well, you know, things are expensive. Why are mufflers expensive? It's kind of silly. But anyway, I do have from the Lexus that, well, originally, I was going to do a stock-ish swap back into, but my mind's pretty made up. We're not doing that anymore. I got this stock mid-pipe from the Lexus. It's got a muffly thing on it. Maybe that'll work. Whoa, calm down now. Extremely important for any time you're building custom parts is extremely accurate straight cuts. So, as you can probably imagine, I'm not doing that because, well, bigger than I thought it was. Well, this here is our system. Apparently there's a big hole in it. That's new. So, oh, you know what? That's from loading this thing on the trailer. There was a hanger there. Okay, so that's a problem. But this front pipe, hate to maintain it, but I'm gonna have to use most of that. So we'll do that. Replace this section here in the middle which is, well, who even knows? It's extremely old, made out of random stuff that my buddy used when his shop was based out of a junkyard. So, got some questionable stuff going on here. Cherry bomb and a gutted motorcycle muffler from like the 70s. So, that cherry bomb, she's blown out for sure. This thing is basically straight pipe. It's crazy loud. And I don't mind it being loud. We're gonna ignore that too. I don't mind it being loud, but exhaust loud, it's a bit too much. I want intake noise. And yeah, hush this puppy up. So, let's see what we can lay out. Can't mock up too much without just getting it, I don't know, to where you can hang pieces on there. So we'll drop the rear down, and then we can cut the front piece off, start slipping stuff together, maybe start gluing things. If you've never used hose clamps for exhaust hangers, you're probably a better man than me. That's what I be doing all the time. They're adjustable. Don't look down my pants crotch hole. Don't look down my hole. O2 sensor still plugged in. Yeah. Originally, I was going to keep a lot of this. This is extremely old. I believe this might actually be a TRD downpipe. It's a TRD header. At one point, this was ceramic coated. This is some extremely old exhaust tubing. So I think we're gonna start as close to the O2 sensor bung as we can. Maybe we'll even make this more rounder. We started here. Now, one time this bend got a little tighter because I backed this whole exhaust into a crack in the concrete. So I think this radius will actually get us closer to where it would have been from the factory. So a little bit of shaping here, that should be a good tight slip fit there. We'll throw some welds in there. Boy, that is a misshapen. Frickin' bandsaw. I really didn't want to do these with the angle grinder because it's so noisy and messy. But I've been chasing this thing all over. Grinder it is. I'm gonna put my coveralls on so you guys don't have to keep looking down my pants hole. Well, this exhaust kit, when I got it at Summit, on the barcode taped to it, said C10 dual EX. So I'm assuming it's a dual exhaust for some kind of Chevrolet C10. Let me tell you, this thing is coming in clench, as one generation of youth would have said. Clutch. My bad. I don't know. I tried. I'm sorry. Here's where we're at. We've got our flange to this little guy that we're lining up with the factory heat shields. Pretty good here. You are zoomed way in. My bad. Hold on. There you go. Now, so this next piece, it was already expanded in the kit. Got a little bit of a turn down and towards the passenger side. And, well, she's lining up with the heat shield here, up into this groove and right on into the next heat shield. So, moving back, we're going to have to hook a left and then straight on back. You car sick from those camera angles yet? Because I am, honestly. My bad, guys. I don't know. I don't have a lift, so, you know, filming this for you is... it's complicated. Anyway, we're going to do it, though. Hang in there. Take a Dramamine. Can I just tell you, this welder is so good. Because I am not. And, man, like, it just be welded. So, okay. fit up the next section, right? You notice we're starting to hang a little low, so we'll probably need to add a hanger and maybe even readjust this line up here. Anyway, next section seems pretty self-explanatory with, well, the easy way, with expanded things instead of butt joints. We'll keep playing around though. Anyway, ow! I did happen to notice the drive shaft is rubbing really, really hard. I assume that's from the drifting we've been doing lately, because it used to only ever so slightly touch, but that's a lot of rubbing. And, well, I've already clearanced the floor to prevent that. But, we might need a little bit more persuasion. Well, we're not completely out of luck because, well, the bend works out pretty good for where we're going. However, this expanded slip is way bigger than the rest. And we're out of the smaller expanded ends, which means we're gonna have to use that or a butt weld. Neither of which I wanted to do, but that bend there, 20 degrees-ish, looks like it's gonna head us in the right direction from here. So, next, I guess. As you can probably imagine, it's about time for a hanger. Probably about 2 feet late for a hanger, but there's a hanger on the chassis here. I liberated this piece off of, well, a Infinity muffler that I have. And, well, a smart man would have just brought the welder over here, but it's so far away. So I'm just going to leave it where it's at. Made some marks for reference on the pipe. Gonna glue that on there. Probably cut it off. Glue it on there again. So far it does look like I need to cut one of my sections and twist it just ever so slightly, but some idiot full welded this one. Anyway, so that's not adjustable anymore. But yeah. Blast this hanger on. Head south. Since we ran out of overlaps, we're gonna have to do some butt welds. So I figured on my first butt weld I should also use this extremely haggard angled cut to get the bend I wanted. Ought to go well. It'll be a great fit up. Dang it. Test fit. Well, for the next portion, I think I understand why you started the back. Pretty sure I need to have the muffler already mounted in order to run the pipe up to it. That would make sense, right? So, I don't have any round rod, but I do have this all threaded rod. Probably not the best exhaust hanger. That's what I got. I guess we're gonna try to bend it with that. This will go well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No. Sometimes I'm extremely jealous of people who have tools. Not today, though, because this thing's working great. There's something else. No. Maybe. Yeah. Probably gonna get that stuck in there, huh? This looks terrible. It's kind of the shape we're looking for, right? Maybe a little tighter here, but overall not bad. Boy, that is attractive. Not particularly, but yeah. We got her hung up in a way, shape, or form, pointing roughly in the direction we want it. Boy, I am not a fab guy, as it turns out. So, here's where we're at. First of all, this can go up a touch, but we are boop, boop, and well, a little boop, boop. So, definitely should have started here, I think. I don't know. I'm just really bad at this. So we're now it's starting to get cold. Duh, obviously, great. And yeah, so now we gotta mess with angles and scraps and see if we can't get something to shoot us there. Sure wish I had some slightly larger diameter, but we're working with what we got. I don't know how I feel about having the crusty old rusty megaphone tip on there. Originally I thought it looked good and I would like it, but I'm not a fan. But it's what I got right now. We'll just make it easy to cut off later. How stressful is this workspace? I've got junk everywhere. That's for you, Jay. Didn't clean that metal either. I'm a hack. So, here's where we ended up. Ugly, because obviously old at the flange. Pretty decent fit up. Going down this way. And it gets a little weird here with the squiggly wiggles. But overall, not too bad. Fits the car good. Hopefully it's tucked up nice. Try to keep it tucked up. There's a couple places I can still add hangers. And we'll probably do that once we get this thing finished welded. Figured all these are just, for the most part, tacked. Take it in the garage, finish it up as it gets dark. So maybe throw it back on tonight, maybe tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow, maybe tonight. Welded her all up. Not as happy with it as I'd like to be, but it is what it is. It's done now. Someday I'd like to get a wild header either made or buy one. And probably have the boys at the Heat Lightning Speed Shop make me a much nicer exhaust. Maybe even spend money on a muffler. Maybe. This exhaust gasket, kind of a pain in the butt to put in on this thing. Kind of sits into a ring, but it can actually be offset and not line up with the exact actual exhaust opening. So kind of a pain to get these things fully fitted up. Should have switched to a V-band. Well, that would have required buying stuff. Gonna have to get a little pokey do to push that up while I tighten these. Snug it up. Ow! My fingers! Pain in the butt. Help! Owie! For the final tightening, we'll switch to the double wrench technique if needed. Oh yeah, that one's still loose. Alright. Many of these videos lately have been kind of boring. Got a couple of will it run projects coming, hopefully. I kind of bored with working on my own stuff, and apparently even more bored of working on Johnny's truck. Not really. The weather has really been putting a hurt on that, though. So, the rear hanger's got to get that on and check for clearance. And then we can start our clearance. Well, guess I'll plug this in. Well, it's definitely a little quieter. Sounds like I have an exhaust leak up here, though. Definitely a leak at the flange, my freaking favorite. So, guess we'll play with that, see if I can get that tight before the exhaust gets hot. I haven't driven this thing in a while. It's pretty cool. Manual steering, and boy, am I not used to that. And with the spool in the rear, the manual steering, it is heavy. Feels like you're gonna rip the steering column in half trying to turn around the driveway. So, general consensus is the exhaust is quieter. Not as quiet as I'd like. Definitely kind of droney, and really, I just wanted the exhaust to almost be like stock car quiet. So, might add a resonator here in the middle. I don't know. I'm trying not to restrict the motor down too much, but I also don't want to hear it. Give him that celebratory Philly. Hey, car. Good car. Yeah.